On the first day that he was in office, first full day, January 21st, President Trump put out a tweet, which you may remember, and it said that the Russian economy is in a shambles, and they need to stop this war now. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And he has a big toolbox of tariffs and sanctions, and Putin needs to stop this war. There's an easy way and a hard way, and the easy way is always better. He goes a lot of different directions, but he always comes back to these things. I think it is in Ukraine's interest to have an end to the fighting. And so now that the U.S. and Ukraine are really aligned, it exposes how Putin is simply not willing to end the war. And this is, a reason why it's time for President Trump to ramp up the pressure on Putin. And that as a stepping stone to a permanent ceasefire, things that are difficult. So now I think whether it's the penny dropping now or always having known that this is out there, it's the time. It's been 100 days of Trump's presidency. We have an alignment between the U.S. and Ukraine. We have a mechanism for continuing military support to Ukraine. And if Putin is not now willing to end the war, then it is time to start ramping up that pressure. This is very much on the table. Just because people don't come out and say it doesn't mean it's not there. And the reason that the U.S. is not coming out and saying, we will do this, we will do that, is because the moment the U.S. does that, everyone else organizes around that. And Trump really wants Europeans to take the lead. I think that President Trump is, at this stage, very reluctant to talk about the military side of this because he's still trying to encourage Putin to accept inducements to end the fighting. So he doesn't want to talk about stepping up the military side. So what it does do from a security perspective is it gives the U.S. a stake in Ukraine's prosperity, economic development, security, its survival. I mean, it gives the U.S. a stake in that. But it doesn't spell out what kind of obligations or commitments the U.S. would make toward Ukraine's security. But that doesn't prevent anything either.
Putin very well, What's your feeling? Is he really ready for peace?
No, he's not. I want you to come to the table, end the war. We can give you lots of enticements to do that.